Clint's dying?
It was a bad heart attack.
That's sick.
Maybe he's dying, maybe he's not.
Are you alright?
Yeah. I know Clint's my father, but he's Clint. You wouldn't care if I lived or died. How am I supposed to feel?
How should I know what happened to you?
Because your dad sent the guys who beat me up.
What?
Yeah, played dumb. But you know, your dad wanted revenge, so he sent 2 guys to come tear me apart.
Sounds like your dad, not mine.
Something is seriously hiding.
Well, why would Todd be hiding anything in there?
I don't know. Maybe we should open it up and find out.
Okay, Todd probably didn't want anyone to see that. We should probably respect that, or not.
You don't have to look.
Oh my. Why is Todd hiding a picture of the way he used to look?
I had Manning alone, but I couldn't finish the job.
Why not?
Why didn't you say you were here in Landview?
You never gave me a chance.
Why are you here?
I think perhaps you need some help. This should have been over by now.
Yeah, well, it would have been if Bunnies hadn't interrupted me.
You have to tell the cops you found the syringe.
Why would we call the cops? The nurse didn't think it was a big deal. You guys are all over Uncle Tomas.
Nobody's saying he did anything.
Well, aren't you saying that?
Whoever tried to kill your dad might have come back to finish the job. What if they injected something that would kill him? You okay?
Yeah, Liam's okay too. It's my dad. He had a heart attack.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Considering you hate him almost as much as you hate me.
I never hated him. I certainly didn't want something like this to happen.
I can't lose one more person in my life. I can't.
Marty, what are you getting at?
Natalie didn't have another man's baby. She had John's.
What is this?
Natalie's original paternity test. John McBain is the baby's father.
You told me the paternity test showed it was Brody Lovett. I thought that was the reason John left Natalie.
And I knew John would leave her if he thought the baby was Brody's. What was I supposed to do? Let Natalie and John live happily ever after?
I think we may be blending some incidents, Marty. You took a copy of Natalie's paternity test from the lab.
That's right.
You used it as leverage with Natalie. You said you tortured Natalie by threatening to tell John.
Correct.
You could only do that if the test said Brody Lovett was the father.
It did. Eventually.
Tell me what you did, Marty.
You may want to sit down. I lost! I lost! When Cole went to prison, I lost everything. I lost my son. I just lost the baby that I was supposed to have with John. And I lost John. I lost John to Natalie. And then Natalie, well, they get back together, and then I find out Natalie's pregnant. Natalie's back with John, and she's having the baby that I should have had with him. Her life was perfect. Oh, and gosh, I was so happy for them, Brody, Jessica. But see, then I could tell there was something up with Brody and Natalie, and I figured out that they'd slept together. And then I saw that Natalie had had a paternity test. I promise you, I was just curious at first. I went to the lab when it was closed, even though I ran into that little guy that works for Clint Buchanan. I found it and I printed it out. And there it was. Proof. Picture perfect. Baby was John's. Natalie had everything. Happy ending. She had my life. So my fingers were on the keyboard, and before I even realized it, opened the file, deleted, and replaced. And it was done. No going back.
You changed Natalie's lab results? You altered her medical records?
Yes.
So all this time you tormented Natalie with Brody being the baby's father?
It was a lie. Ah, gosh. That is such a relief to say that out loud.
I'm sure it is. And this next step may be hard, but I'm sure it'll be a relief too.
What's that?
Marty, you're a doctor. You had an obligation not only to your patients, but every patient in this hospital. You have to make this right. You have to tell John and Natalie the truth.
Okay. It's okay. Yeah. Sorry, why are you here?
Big Bang, I was about to call you.
What's up, big man?
Tell him.
Danny and I were visiting her dad, and we found a syringe on the floor.
But the nurse didn't think it was a big deal.
She said it wasn't the same kind that the hospital uses.
Todd's doctor is checking him out right now. So far, there are no signs that he's been injected.
You were on the door the whole time?
24/7. The only people in that room today were nurses, doctors, and approved visitors.
Anyone besides these two?
Tomas Delgado.
I don't know when I'll have Manning alone like that again.
Perhaps it's time someone else took the job.
Claude, we cannot involve anyone else.
I'm sorry now I encouraged you to follow a beautiful woman. I thought you would find romance. Instead, you stepped into something else altogether.
Forget it. I needed this. This whole business with Manning started with me. It should end with me.
And then what?
What do you mean?
Your sister was married to him. He is important to Mademoiselle Kramer. How will they feel about what you did to Todd?
This is bizarre. Look at this. Well, what do you think it is?
I don't know. A bunch of symbols and numbers.
Well, do you think it has something to do with Tomas?
Taya's brother?
Yeah. Taya said that Tomas had a file on Todd with a bunch of old pictures before his surgery.
Why?
She said he was just being protective, checking out her husband.
Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? What?
Well,
There's something else.
John seems to think that maybe Tomas had something to do with Todd's shooting.
What do you think?
I never asked my dad to fight my battles.
I didn't either.
Why don't you stop whining and man up?
I'm serious. I didn't ask my dad
So
for
what?
anything.
You still made him do it.
How? What are you talking
You tried to
about?
jump off a roof.
Why would you think that?
Your dad told me.
That's it? Clint's a jerk, so you don't care that he could die?
No. Look, I feel bad for Natalie and Joey.
What about you? How do you feel?
Didn't we just do this for like an hour with the shrink?
We still have to do it ourselves. Whatever you're feeling, you shouldn't keep it bottled up.
I know, it's just... I'm numb right now. I don't feel anything.
Okay. How should we tell Shane about Clint?
Well, do you think we should tell him?
He'll hear it somewhere. It should be from us instead of the news.
How do you think he'll take it?
I don't know. Clint's his grandfather.
Yeah, but he barely knows Clint. And he just lost Charlie. I don't see why we should put him through this. I don't know how much more that kid can take.
John doesn't have any real evidence on Tomas.
That's not the question I asked. I asked what you thought. don't know. I don't know Tomas that well. I think he's sweet. He's very sensitive. He is very talented, painter, piano player. He even got rid of those 2 thugs who tried to beat Jack up.
What?
I told you. That's why Jack is in the ER.
Okay, so what's the glitch with Tomas?
It's the way that he was dealing with those thugs today. It's like he knew what to do. I mean, it just really, I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay, so you're gonna stay away from him, right?
Actually, I have a date with him.
What? Where?
How else am I gonna figure out what Tomas is up to?
I can't let Tate and Blair slow me down.
But I would hate to see you lose either one of them if they found out.
As a matter of fact, Detective McBain told them I was suspect in the shooting. True.
What does he have?
Nothing. Found the euro at the crime scene. That could belong to anyone.
That's all? Then you are clear.
He knows someone was injured in the firefight. He thinks it's me.
Do we need to worry about this man?
Well, McBain's pretty sharp. Former FBI. But I covered my tracks. There's nothing for him to find.
Where's the syringe?
The nurse, she threw it in the disposal thing in the room. She wasn't worried about it, and I'm positive my Uncle Tomas has nothing to do with this.
But why was he in such a hurry to leave?
Because he wanted me to have alone time with my dad. You heard him?
Okay. Yeah. I gotta get forensics down here.
Hello? CSI Tech right here.
No.
John!
Lambview Hospital.
I am feeling useless. I need to work. Besides, the crime scene is already, it's already compromised. Just let me get in there. Sooner the better. Can you guys tell me exactly where you found the syringe?
Down here.
Sure.
Okay, here you go.
What?
If he gets fussy, just sing to him. It usually works.
Sing to him?
Yeah, I'll be quick. Let's go.
Wait.
Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say.
It's the ethical thing to do, and it's the truth. It's the only thing you can live with.
Do you know I actually went to see Natalie when I was released from St. Anne's? I was planning on telling her. I kept trying.
What stopped you?
She did. She and Brody were there together. And they kept acting like I was a monster. Oh my gosh, keep her away from the child. Don't hurt the baby. Call the cops. Call the hospital. I wasn't a danger to anyone. That they could think I would actually hurt a baby? Anyway, they weren't going to listen to what I had to say about what happened, so I decided to tell John. But when I saw him, I just couldn't do it.
I understand. This is a real challenge. But we'll find a way. We'll structure the right situation where you'll be able to explain.
It's not going to be a right situation. I'm fine. Fine with it.
What does that mean?
I can live with what I've done, and so can John and Natalie. John will never know that Liam is his son.
Hey, kid. How you been?
I think even if it's a risk, we have to tell Shane about Clint.
Do you think it is risky?
I don't know. Maybe if Dr. Buhari had let us hear our own son talking, we'd know what was on his mind, and instead we have to respect the therapeutic process.
Gigi, he didn't come to us.
Yeah, I know. Don't you think I feel bad enough about that?
I'm just saying, for some reason, Shane didn't feel like he could come to us with what was going on.
And he nearly died because of it. I can't let that happen again.
Right, and that's why we're here. If Dr. Buhari is somebody that Shane trusts, that he can talk to when he's embarrassed or angry to come to us, I'm okay with that.
Don't you want to know how our son feels, what he's thinking?
Of course I do. But you know how he is about his privacy, especially right now.
How are we supposed to help Shane if we don't know what's going on with him?
Hey, where are you going?
I don't have to talk to you.
Oh, you are such a drama queen. Seriously. Jumping off a roof? You just had to.
Like you were to take a video of me naked and post it on the internet?
What, you can't take a joke? How pathetic is that? Jeez, Marasco. Don't make the rest of us suffer for your mental health issues.
I don't have mental
Serious mental health issues. Ask anyone.
Anyone? Did you tell? If you tell anyone, Jack, I swear!
What? What are you gonna do? Sick your dad on me again?
I can handle you myself.
Ooh, now I'm scared.
You should be!
Yeah, right, loser.
Don't you ever say that to my son!
Mom, don't. What is this?
Did you do this?
Oh.
No, he didn't do it. He did this to me.
Ah, here it is. Who keeps insurance cards on their desk, huh? Tell me.
Todd. Okay, hold it.
What?
So you're gonna seduce Tomas and get him to confess that he shot Todd?
Or maybe he'll convince me that he didn't.
What answer are you looking for? Are you looking for the romantic dreamer artist who you can just fall for? Or a crazy psycho assassin who reminds you of Eli, and then you're gonna write men off forever?
Now that is a tough choice.
Okay, see, this is what I was afraid you were gonna do.
I just want the truth, okay? I want the truth.
Fine, what do you want me to do with this?
I have to give it to John. Maybe it'll help with the investigation.
Blair?
What?
Be careful.
I always am.
Todd, what are you up to?
When you finish the job, there will be, what is the word? Fallout. Are you prepared?
Do I have a choice?
Well, there is always a choice.
Not for me, Claude. Have you forgotten what happened?
Never. But you built a life, Tomas. You always had your painting, but now you have family again. And perhaps love.
So what? So what are you saying? You think I should back out now?
Yes.
I wish my dad would just wake up and tell us what happened.
Well, usually forensics is more reliable than an eyewitness, so let's see what we can find here. Is that it?
Looks like it.
Yeah, well, makes sense. It's different than the rest.
Doc says your dad's okay. Nothing new found in the system.
Good. Thank God. Okay. Can you take this pen and put it exactly where you found the syringe and make the tip where the needle was, okay?
Okay. Yeah, that looks about right.
All right.
You carry a forensics kit with you all the time?
No, but I have a baby, so I always have a camera on me.
What? I don't even know any songs. Well, I might know one, you know. My dad used to sing to me. But I don't want to subject you to that. All right, well, since you're not doing anything and I'm not doing anything, I guess I could try. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. From glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the flowers are dying. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so.
You have a professional obligation to tell the parties involved the truth.
Yeah, you know, I used to think that too, but things look a lot different from this side of the desk.
So what happens next, Marty? You don't tell John he has a son. Natalie never knows her baby's real father. And what?
Everybody's happy.
Do you believe that?
Come on, I've seen Natalie with Brody. She seems to have settled in quite nicely, and Brody wanted a child, and now he has one.
And John?
He's free! Which is obviously what he wanted. Come on, if he'd really loved Natalie, he would have stuck it out and figured it out. He would have made it work, but he didn't.
He felt Natalie had lied to him.
She did! She did lie to him. She didn't tell him that she'd slept with Brody and that the child wasn't his.
But that baby was
She didn't know that. She thought she was lying and she was going to do that for the rest of her life.
And now you are too? I'm worried about you, Marty.
Don't be worried about me.
I mean, if you're just playing out possible scenarios, I understand. That's how we get to the right place in the end. But you sound like you've made up your mind.
Do you know how John and Natalie got back together? She wrote him a letter telling him that she loved him. This was right after I miscarried our child together. Okay? I was still trying to recover, and so was John, and we were still together. And do you think that mattered to Natalie? When I read that letter, and yes, I read it, I was gonna keep it from him.
But you did.
No, I didn't. I handed it over, and I handed over John, and I'm not making that mistake again.
And you keep John's son away from him. What about that baby?
Brody's a wonderful father.
These are rationalizations, Marty. They don't justify what you're doing. We need to find a way for you to tell these people the truth.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
If you don't do it, I will.
No, you won't.
How to break a code. You gotta be kidding me. More on how to break codes.
I knew what I was getting into.
Did you?
I'm not stupid. Deep down, I knew if I came to Landview, it would force the issue with Manning. I'm not gonna back out now.
I know he must be taken care of. But does it have to be you?
Looks that way, Claude.
I just don't want to see you destroyed in the process.
And neither do I. Do you know how great it feels to see my sister again? You think I don't want a life, a love? For the first time in years, I could finally look forward.
But if this McBain has already turned your sister and Mademoiselle Kramer against
I told you he tried. He failed. Taya's on my side. She believes me.
And Mademoiselle Kramer?
She doesn't seem to be worried. She agreed to go out on a date.
Yeah, him. Balsam sent 2 huge guys to take me apart.
What? Jack. What is he talking about? Well, 2 guys came into Capricorn and attacked Jack. Told him to stay away from Shane.
Miss Kramer,
Yes.
are you and Jack ready?
Yes, we are. And I gave the insurance card to the intern. What is going on? What was that?
Manning's an idiot. Yeah, don't forget that.
Shane, grab your coat. Let's go home.
What?
Nothing. That was crazy. I mean, like you'd ever hire muscle to beat up a kid.
But I know who could have done it.
This is a superficial laceration.
Well, we just wanted to make sure.
I understand.
You should have seen the other guys.
Jack.
What? I didn't say I did it. Your boyfriend went totally ninja on them.
Well, I was glad that he was there to help you, but he's not my boyfriend, okay?
Whatever. I'm just glad he's on our side. He could have killed them with his bare hands.
We found the syringe, and I took photos of the room where they found it. I think we might be able to get some prints.
Well, that'll be a big help, yeah.
Yeah, and an officer stopped by, so we were able to bag and tag it. He's taken it to the police station. Danny and Nate are going with him to give their statements.
Good.
Here.
Yeah, of course. Here. Sorry.
No, thank you. Oh. Hey, sweetie. Hi, baby. Hi. John, when I gave Liam to you, I wasn't thinking about us. I just needed it to work.
Yeah, I know.
'Cause work does that. For me, too. Might be the only time I don't think about us.
You're my therapist. And you have to keep everything I tell you confidential.
Unless you plan to hurt yourself or someone else.
Physically.
Or if you commit a crime.
In the future. And I won't, because I've already done it. You and I are the only two people that will ever know that John is Liam's father.
You thought of this before you spoke up.
Of course I did. We're therapists. We know the law.
And you're certain this is what you want to do?
Yes.
You do realize that holding on to this secret probably contributed to your breakdown.
Maybe. But I got a handle on things now.
You won't heal until you let this go. It's a tremendous weight.
You have no idea what I can handle and what I can carry and keep on walking. I'm fine now.
Why did you keep the original lab results?
I don't understand.
If you're so sure what you're doing is right, why do you keep the proof that you changed that DNA test? You do want everything out in the open. That's why you told me.
Come on, no, I didn't tell. I told you because I knew you couldn't do anything about it. I don't want everything out in the open. Because then John might go back to Natalie, right? Can't have that.
Why not?
Because he's with me. He belongs to me.
Done. Thanks for your help.
Thanks.
Don't be mad at me, okay?
I'm not.
Danny, come on. I'm just trying to help.
Look, you don't know my uncle.
Neither do you. He's been here, what, a little over a month?
I know him.
Okay. I understand. It sucks for you.
What sucks for me?
Your dad's in bad shape. It makes sense. You want family now.
Can you just stop it? Can you stop?
Okay. I don't want this to come between us. Are we okay?
So you decided to pursue Mademoiselle Kramer after all?
As soon as I landed. She wasn't interested at first. She had bad experiences with her last husband and trouble with her kids and all kinds of excuses.
Did you believe them?
I did. I guess she changed her mind. She asked me out.
She asked you.
And women do that now in this millennium, Claude.
Ah, merci. What made her change her mind?
I don't know. I guess I wore it down.
Mademoiselle Kramer seems very strong-willed.
And stubborn. Taya disapproved of Blair and me. Maybe that's what got her to say yes.
There's another possibility, my friend.
Well, it looks like you're going to live.
This time. But I'm never filling salt shakers for you again.
You don't have to fill salt shakers, not today. You're gonna go home, go to your room, you can rest. Actually, you can work on that biology project that's due next week.
You
How's
really
that?
don't care that two guys almost killed me
They
today.
didn't come in there to kill you, Jack.
Oh, but it's okay that they tried to beat me up. It's great, Mom.
No, that's not what I meant. Listen, I just want you to focus on schoolwork, all right? And being kind and considerate and getting along with Shane Marasco.
Don't say we have to be friends.
You don't. Just be nice and just leave him alone.
Works for me.
I want this chapter between you and Shane to be over. Got it?
Clint found out Shane was being bullied. You think he sent his thugs to rough up Jack?
Well, that is his style, but...
Let me find my backpack.
You had it in Dr. Buhari's office.
I'll go check.
No, let me. Your father has something he needs to tell you.
Buddy, I got some...
I'm not your buddy.
Oh, hey, Shane, what's up?
How could you tell Jack that I tried to kill myself?
At the beginning of this session, before we even got a chance to sit down, you told me John was seeing someone else.
Kelly. Didn't mean anything to him. I mean, that's not a relationship. John and I had a relationship. We were living together. We were planning our future together. We were in love.
So were John and Natalie.
No, Natalie just manipulates him. She's just a bump in the road, a nuisance. It's over now.
They have a child together.
No, would you please listen to me? She lied to him. She didn't tell him about the baby's paternity.
If you love John, then you owe it to him to tell him.
Make him happy. Make him happy. Say it. Make him happy. You know what? our session's done. I will see you later.
I should go.
Right.
See you, Liam.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling.
I thought about that possibility. Blair could have ulterior motives.
Many secrets are exposed in pillow talk.
Not mine. If that's what Blair's after, she'll be highly disappointed.
You are certain?
There is no way that Blair's gonna find out anything.
Scan or paste the encoded document into the program and save as a JPEG. Okay, done and done. When encrypted document through decoder, enter. What? Oh my gosh. God bless the internet. Oh.
I told you I covered my tracks.
Then we will hope for true love.
I don't want to jinx it.
But you believe there is a chance?
Yeah, we have a connection. I knew it the first time I saw her in Paris. It's not just about the pain. There's something more.
But this detective has planted a seed of doubt. Can you be sure that Mademoiselle Kramer isn't setting you up?
They're not gonna have news about the syringe until tomorrow. Why don't I take you home?
Whatever. You know, you're gonna owe my uncle an apology.
Hey, I will be glad to.
Jack.
Hey, you! You have to arrest Rex Balsam for assault. Did you hear me? What'd you do, huh, Dad?
I'm sorry,
Call
Shane.
Jack up, talk to his whole family, post it on my face?
Do you want to hear what happened? Blair brought Jack over to apologize for making that video of you. I was so mad at that little freak for hurting you, I couldn't see. I tried to get rid of them, but they just kept going on and on about they just thought they needed to apologize and everything would be okay. I snapped and it came out.
You weren't gonna tell. You promised.
I am sorry. I made a mistake.
Yeah, a huge mistake. He's gonna tell everyone at school. How am I ever gonna go back?
Look, Shane, I know I messed up. I am really sorry. But here's the deal. We're gonna be careful. We're not gonna tell anybody who doesn't need to know, but we're not gonna pretend it didn't happen either.
Why not? Yeah, I know.
You have something else to say? Come on. Give it to me.
I've been talking about my feelings all day. I'm tired. Can I just not for a while?
Yeah, sure. Like your mom said, I do have something to tell you.
What is it?
Clint had a heart attack.
Did he?
No, he's in the hospital, but it was serious.
Picture perfect. Baby was John's. Family had everything. Happy ending. She had my life. See, my fingers were on the keyboard, and before I even realized it, opened the file, deleted, and replaced.
Can you please file these tapes from the morning session?
Sure, as soon as... Are you okay, Doctor?
I have a headache. Just need a few minutes.
okay?
Yeah.
Does this... I mean, do you have any feelings about what happened with Clint?
I don't know. I mean, do you?
I don't know either. You can feel upset or angry or happy, like serves him right.
Do I have to pick one?
No.
So, what?
We need to say what we feel now. That is our new rule. Okay, whatever is on your mind, you can tell your mom and I. No matter what it is, you do not need to be afraid that you're going to hurt us. Okay, we don't care about that. We're your team.
Excuse me, my son, he...
I'm sorry. Well, no, if you need...
Hi, John.
Hi, Gigi.
No, you know what?
Do you want to see the doctor?
You go. You go
Are
ahead.
you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the doctor in?
Do you have an appointment?
No, but it's important.
Okay, we're gonna put you in your carrier. I'm gonna go check on Grandpa. Sound good?
Oh, Natalie. Wow. He is gorgeous. Looks more like his father every day.
What can I do for you, Lieutenant?
I need to talk to you about Marty Sabra.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live. On the next One Life to Live.
He's pretty lucky to have a dad like you.
I'd like some time alone with James before I go.
Why do you want this piece of paper so badly? I mean, is there something I'm missing?
What she did say is going to come as a shock, Lieutenant.